Tagging along?
Not at all, sir.
After you. Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks. Before you left the stop.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a fifth year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other fifth years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the Ministry.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume.
But she had to get rid of it quickly to keep it safe.
Presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's that glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I. Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We did.
You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe it.
What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never.
They got milk for five?
Sir,
I got milk for free.
where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key
You
discovered
got
was
some
clearly
things I don't want to take.
Well, how's it going to give me another chance?
to a specific place.
You know me, what you want? 10? Yeah, you know what I want. No, I'm here, boy.
You know how you know what I'm doing.
Come on now. That's not a little display for me.
Whacked her around it.
I will. But stay close. We've no idea who created this portkey. Or why.
How far did that portkey take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
portkey was made to lead us there. I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that portkey to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be. Mind your step.
Where do you suppose that... What to say?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few. Seems to Hogwarts Castle was built by and stronghold of that ancient I don't know where she came into possession of the portkey, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center. Excellent! That is a bit rougher than I'd expected. We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself! Repair! Almost there!
Why would someone build this here?
I suspect they value their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
Professor, this statue...
This may be his home.
enchanted crystallized stone. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Hello?
It can't be. Just a moment.
Welcome to Gringotts Visiting Bank. Vault number 12, I presume.
Precisely.
The key.
The wax portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
This way, then.
Stay close.
After you. Keep your hands inside the car if you don't wish to lose them.
How many vaults are there?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service. You'll want to take a breath.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantment. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
I do believe yours.
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go. Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
When was the last time this fort was accessed?
A goblin's been stationed in my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today. Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
Stop.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. So, I wonder if
The instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the Hogwarts key and then close the door.
Professor?
that was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something.
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready and focus.
Revelio. There, I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
Revelio. A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portrait container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this fort. Lead the way. Lumos! This is no ordinary fort. I suspect that they look to earn.
What do you mean, on the way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue,
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait, when you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Lumos!
Well done.
Now the reflection's turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Go to sleep. Get tired. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Professor! Professor Fig! Professor, where are you? This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere. Ah, that's where they're leading. The glow again. Lumos! Revelli! I suppose I'm on my own this time. Lumos! I need to align these statues with their reflections. It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here.
Ashton, I said no. It's time for you to go to bed and have my shoes on. It's time for you to get in the bed.
Perhaps I need to get this wall to stand at once.
I said no.
Lumos! Lumos.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder...
I said no! 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 No!
All is in place. The portkey is waiting, perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created may be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic, as I say. My ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain. Yes, and if we are correct, James, the ritual wizard who completes the trial to proving herself worthy of that knowledge and responsibility
Grab your Bible,
that
I'm
comes
going to
with it.
sleep. That's it.
We've done all that we can. That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. Someone's coming.
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right. Ragnarok. Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to reach Ragnarok. And why are you here? No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found down here. Let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you would carefully...
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we? I'm not giving you anything. Well, perhaps your young friend here will be one.
then. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensieve, the locket, and the path to birth wanted someone with your ability to do that here. Come on. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Because no is no action. Yes? Yes? What? I said no, no.
And they between on me. You look at my, you tell them drill it. I let them kill it. Do that.
I know your time.
My husband used to ejaculate prematurely until this. You know you don't have to come all the way to the pharmacy to get your trays, and what about you?
Special thanks to SeatGeek for They had Alexi Wallace on the program a couple of episodes ago, but the difference between them is that he was a defensive player, while Chastain bounced between defender and midfielder. So I'm very interested in seeing how those challenges differ. And the same Joe that talked earlier is already talking hella trash. Joe number one is Carrie Coburn, a 6'5", 30-year-old songwriter. And are his songs good?
Where all the former athletes go. That is
I'll let you decide. Next up is Scott, who is a 6'4", 29-year-old from Philadelphia. I say this to make a note because Dalton played for the Phillies for about a decade plus. Now we finally get to Joe number 3, who is a talkative one. He goes by Harold Gutierrez. He's 5'10" and has the confidence of a starting NFL cornerback.
5'10" of nothing but pure muscle that's gonna put you guys down flat on your face. I built no man bigger than you.
Speaking of the NFL, the first event is on the football field going up against Herschel Walker. And I gotta say, these might be the cockiest shows yet.
Yeah, come on, man. Go on, bro. I'm gonna kick your butt. No disrespect, but Herschel Walker, he's supposed to bust his own man, can't play football. I know. This guy's done. Over.
Timeout, 60 seconds. Pros vs. Joes doesn't exist as a show anymore, but that doesn't mean you can't get closest to pro action. Which is why I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, SeatGeek. I've recently made it a goal of mine to go to more events and do more exploring. And let me tell you right now, Justin Gatlin runs the... a 100-meter in under 10 seconds. There was no time that would have showed up on my stopwatch that would have impressed me or any of those pros listed. Fun fact, he also named his son Eagle because he, as you guessed it, is an Eagles fan. And you want to know how someone's an Eagles fan in real life, guys? They will tell you. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Now, compared to what we just saw, Harold's tape is pretty tame, which was a surprise to me, given how much he's been talking before any of the competitions have started. The first matchup is, can you tackle Herschel Walker? Whoever stops Herschel Walker the most wins. Now, Scott goes first, and he starts to talk shit, even though he's never played organized football.
I want you! Come on!
He immediately gets a stiff arm from the shadow realm.
Up in the hole, absolutely no chance.
The second time doesn't go any better, and by the third time...
Herschel going right. Prozik absolutely wants no part of Herschel Walker.
Yep. To a point where Herschel Walker says that was so pitiful. And to be fair,
I've never seen that pitiful linebacker in my life.
I know that this is a show where you gotta prove you're right, but sometimes you gotta make that pros versus Joes executive decision. It's very rare, it doesn't happen that often, but sometimes I totally understand. Anyway, who's up next? Oh, the 6'5" Carey. Carey does better than Scott, and Herschel actually had to try this go-round. The second run is an absolute wrecking ball of a hit.
Oh,
that's the hit of the day. Like, Herschel Walker just sends this dude straight to the ground. Carrie actually has to wait a moment before going back in. He, like, takes 5. And the talkative Joe, Harold, is starting to realize that he might be about to get sent to the Shadow Realm himself. He is done talking.
What? Oh, I ain't nervous. I know I'll wait my turn. Waiting your turn to die.
Now, all the pros are joking. That's pretty standard from episode to episode. They do this banter, smack talk during. But Herschel is so locked in, man. It's like every snap takes him back to the University of Georgia. Anyway, the third try, against all odds, Carrie makes an ankle tackle on Walker.
Oh, Carrie Coburn!
Part of me believes that Herschel took his foot off the gas here or felt bad, but props to Carrie for taking all 3 reps because it didn't look like he was going to last the round. The pros give him props, and Herschel is calling out to Harold to get on the field. I gotta say, I would be absolutely terrified.
Harold! Harold! Are you ready, Harold? Harold, you okay? Yeah, I'm right here, boy, Herschel.
Absolutely terrified. I'd be pooping bricks right now. Like straight bricks. Harold says he's confident because he played high school corner, but the first time he goes, he does not have a shot. He just bounces off of Walker on try 1. On try 2, however, he actually brings him down.
Ooh! Ow, on the tail! Sucker! Face mask! Face mask!
Multiple people try to call for a face mask penalty. I don't think they have a bad argument here, but once again, this is Spike TV. That referee is there for a free paycheck. Harold on the 3rd try. This is for the win.
Coming left again, Herschel Walker. Oh, another tackle by Harold Gutierrez! Unbelievable turn of events! What time is it here? What time is it? Heisman who?
I think this is a combination of Herschel being straight up tired and Harold also having some tackling skills. And Harold wins, and he's able to talk his talk, which is probably the one thing that the pros were not looking forward to.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. How was that? That was fun. How the hell did you like that?
The next event is soccer with Brandy. In the locker room, the Joes are pretty impressed with themselves, and Herschel is still a little pissed about that face mask, but decides to let it go. Now, round 2 is the new game, and they give it the name...
We've invented a new game. It's a combination of soccer and golf. Call it Gawker.
Oh, we gotta workshop that name, man. Anyway, you have to kick the soccer ball in the net 1,000 yards away from an actual field, which is a crazy plot twist. You have to go from the fields to the hallways to the actual stadium, and the Joes are only allowed to do a throw-in once. Carrie goes first and absolutely toe-goals it. None of the guys are good at kicking.
And that is off the mark. Doesn't even get any air under it. No, I'm down there with Brandon. No, you ain't.
An interesting tidbit of information I found is that even though Brandy Chastain used her left foot for that famous shot, her dominant foot is actually her right foot. I guess that since this is a distance event, that using her dominant foot is probably best. I'm someone that shoots left-handed in basketball but throws right-handed. That's not the same thing, but I can relate to using one appendage over the other. Appendage? I guess. On Carrie's 3rd kick, it's a thing of beauty, man. And when I say that, I'm lying.
So that can do it to you.
That's not where you want to be.
Oh, it's going down the hill by far our worst shot of the night.
For him to kick the ball and for it to go all the way over there is just special talent here. In fact, Carrie really just can't kick well, man. They even do a montage for him because he can't keep up with anyone.
Carrie, you still kicking? You still kick backwards.
Gosh. Meanwhile, Brandy's over there killing it in this challenge. And I like this challenge. It's pretty fun, all things considered. It's a unique take on a soccer event. Scott decides to use his throw to get the ball over the fence, and the Joes now have to go up the stairs. Harold uses his throw to do that now that they're in the stadium, but for his next kick, it goes down a different hall. Oh, by the way, Carrie got eliminated from this challenge because he was the last one to get the ball out of the soccer field. So there's that. We finally get to the field part of the challenge, and I realize that Brandy has been using both feet for this challenge, and she's killing it, and she finishes in 15 kicks. Scott and Harold are tied at 21, and Scott has a chance to score on the upcoming shot.
There's the kick, the curve. Oh, just missing the post.
It's a good attempt, but he gets a little bit greedy, leaving it all up to Harold, who sinks in the winning shot and gets a bye for the overtime round.
Gutierrez sealing the victory for himself.
And I gotta say, I thought that since he was talking so much smack, he was gonna get cooked. But my prediction was incorrect. And now you get to go to the third event, which no one is supposed to be good at, and it's weightlifting. The pros and Joes will go up against each other, and whoever can lift the most weight in 10 minutes will win that round. There's a bench press, a curl bar, and a dumbbell row, all at different weight numbers. Kerry decides to compete against Dominique Wilkins, while Scott chooses Justin Gatlin, which is a crazy choice. Why would you pick the active, in their prime world champion over a baseball player that has been retired for 9 years? Scott goes against Justin, and Justin is not only whooping his ass, he is taunting him while he does it, offering him water and stuff. It's to the point where the other Joe is like, I might go home because of this, and you know what? Fair. Justin only wins by 190 because he spent a lot of the time just slacking off and taunting Scott. But he would have whooped Scott something serious, man, if he actually gave it his all, because that brother's pace was crazy. Next up is Dominique Wilkins, and he's moving at a much slower pace than Gatlin, which Wilkins gains more speed by going to the bench. An interesting thing is that we see both pros take a water break, while the Joes don't and just clank it out. Kerry gets over 16,000 pounds and beats Wilkins. I feel like this challenge is really great. It's also really tough because it's one of the few events that I've seen here that has a hidden mental element to it. Because not only do I have to do weights, I have to mentally track if I'm doing the same amount of weight or less weight than my competition. So it's like exercise plus math at the same time. I think that's where the pros messed up, because they weren't thinking about the math side of things, while the Joes probably were thinking about it a little bit more.
Taking you down. Big tree that you are, chopping you down, taking you down.
Now, going into overtime, the pros are talking a lot of shit about Harold, because he's honestly been talking a lot. He's been talking this entire time.
I just want to hit him one time. That's all. I ain't worried about making it back. I just want to hit him.
I'd like to see him go down just because of the amount of talk he's doing.
On to overtime, where we have the 5 gauntlet events. In the first event, you're going to have to defend Dominique Wilkins. Second event, you're going to try to get by a blocking Herschel Walker. Third is trying to steal home on Darren Dalton. Fourth is running against Justin Gatlin. And finally, they'll have to try to stop penalty kicks from Brandi Chastain. This is an event that I thought was going to be in the Alexi Lawless portion. I'm glad that they're bringing it for the Brandi Chastain portion. These are all solid events in my eyes. First up is Dominique versus Harold, and Harold just keeps fouling the entire time.
Foul by Harold Bush. Oh, Harold Gutierrez fouling Dominique Wilkins. Is that a flagrant in the league, ref?
I think Kerry being 6'5" is a much better advantage. And Kerry makes a great defensive play and steals it from Wilkins in under 25 seconds, which makes for a pretty big lead heading up to event number 2. Event number 2 is getting by Herschel Walker, and that man is still a menace and out looking for revenge. Tackling him is one thing, but getting by him is another thing entirely. Good God.
Third hand in the chest, Herschel Walker looking strong, over, nowhere to go.
Neither of them are good enough to get by him, and we go into round 3 with Kerry having a 40-second lead. Round 3 is them having to steal home against Dalton. Dalton does a good job at blocking Kerry's first 2 attempts, and on the third try, he's safe, as each time the Joe was given a little bit more leeway because the throw would come later. Harold gets out on the second time and is also successful on the third try, and the lead is still at 40 seconds. I want to stop here and say that I didn't really like this event idea. I wish that Dalton would have been able to show off his arm as they had to steal second base or something, because just tagging them is one thing, and I feel like that put a lot of faith in whoever was throwing him the ball, which is a person that we just never see. We don't know who that is. Anyway, In the fourth event, they have to race against Justin Gatlin in a 60-meter sprint, which is just absolutely not fair. At first, they get a 10-meter head start, and even that's not enough.
There's the gun. Gatlin gaining ground. He is gonna snatch him up.
So they're given a 20-meter head start, which I did not like this. That's a third of the race that is unaccounted for. And it was already close to the 60-meter rate. I think it should have been a 15-meter head start max. Both of them beat Justin Gatlin for the 20-meter head start, so it's still a big lead for Kerry here. We get to the last event, which is to stop 3 shots from Brandon Chastain. Kerry stops one early, and then stops his third ball in a time of 1 minute and 20 seconds. So it's all up to Harold, and he has to stop 3 in less than 43 seconds.
First kick from Brandon Chastain. That's a clean stop for Harold Gutierrez. I didn't see that. That's 2 clean.
He makes 2 clean stops in 7 seconds, but then Brandy absolutely locks in.
One stop, can you do it? We're 25 seconds in. He was off to a great start, but now Brandon Chastain hurt him bad.
Harold gets his next stop 30 seconds later, but he doesn't get to the game ball in time and loses by 2 seconds.
Oh, one of the closest finishes in Prosberg's show's history.
And once again, that Wilkins steal was the main difference because Harold and Kerry were pretty much even in everything else. Now that we're finished, I have to rank the pros. Last is Dalton. He only got to compete in the overtime event, and it was an underwhelming event to no fault of his own. He did pretty well in an episode where no one did that poorly, so his lack of airtime is what puts him last. Fourth is Wilkins. Getting the ball stolen from him early by Kerry was pretty unexpected for sure, but he gave it his all for his age, especially the weight room portion, where he put up a pretty respectable performance. At number 3, I have Justin Gatlin. I think that the 20-meter head start thing was a weird draw and not fair, but he was really good in the weightlifting challenge, and he could have gone even harder, but decided to taunt a guy that ended up going home anyway. Number 2, Herschel Walker. Yes, he let one of the guys tackle him twice, but he laid some of the more memorable hits in the show's history so far and was a brick wall in the overtime challenge. And number 1 is easily Brandi Chastain. Her performance in the golf soccer challenge was flawless, and her overtime challenge made for a real tense and close finish. So she's easily the number 1 here in this episode. Thank you guys for watching to the end of this video. And if you haven't seen the rest of the Pros vs. Joes series, feel free to watch them. They're on a playlist on my channel. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Pod's last sale of the summer is even bigger than ever. Now you can save up to 30% on moving and storage until September 22nd. Whether you're relocating to your new home or renovating your current one, don't miss.
Any minute.
Baltimore's gonna come calling. Just you wait.
There you are.
All is in place. The portkey is well hidden. Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created may be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can. Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain. Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, The ritual wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise.
We pretty much take it all. Fridges and dishwashers, dressers, drawers, couches, mattresses, bed...
Do you really enjoy my content, but you literally can't be asked to use your eyes? Then you have a look, because you can now listen to the new Random Interesting Facts podcast with me, 42. Available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. You'll find a link to it in the description below. Check it out today and give your eyes a break. You're welcome. Hey, 42 here. In late 19th century America, contacting the spirit world was a lucrative business. Seances and paranormal demonstrations were all the rage, with many people claiming to have unparalleled access to the afterlife. Take the Davenport brothers, for example, who concocted an elaborate set piece called the Box Illusion, which they claimed provided irrefutable proof of their ability to commune with the dead. The Box Illusion went something like this. The brothers would each be tied up inside a large cabin, along with an array of musical instruments. After their restraints were examined and it had been agreed there was absolutely no way they could free themselves, a curtain was drawn around them. Moments later, to the astonishment of the audience, the instruments inside the box would begin to play. Once the performance was over, the curtains would be pulled back to reveal the brothers still tied up, apparently having not moved an inch. I know that doesn't sound all convincing, but that's just because you're a cynical citizen of the 21st century. Back in the mid-19th century, plenty of people believed the brothers had indeed summoned the dead to come and shake a tambourine and rattle some maracas for them. Of course, in reality, the Box Illusion was exactly that. An illusion designed to fool the public and hopefully earn some cash prizes. But not everyone was quite so easily taken in. A gentleman named Eric Wise had studied the Box Illusion and reached what should have been the obvious conclusion, that the idea that Davenport brothers had summoned a bunch of ghosts